411. Happy Sunday to all of the loved ones. I hope you guys are all doing absolutely amazing. Today, I just wanted to tap in for this topic today, and that is believe in yourself more. So there's already that out there that, you believe in yourself and you're confident. Hey Shay, how are you doing? Welcome. There's this already, we always talk about having high self-esteem, being confident, but in believing in yourself, I think is a very important thing. Um, we all know how important it is to be confident, to be self-aware, to have self-respect, but also when we have those things, we take that and we apply it to our life because we love ourselves, because we have self-esteem, because we have self-respect. We need to believe in ourselves more than we already do. And I'll tell you, on a day-to-day basis, there's so many times where we need to be believing in ourselves and not putting ourselves down, not doubting what is meant to be for us, not doubting the purpose and the direction about what we're supposed to do, because we know when we have been drawn to something, when we have been aligned for a certain purpose, we know our goals in our life, what we're meant to do, what we're good at, what our talent is. But speaking to our own self and saying, I deserve to do X, Y, and Z because this is meant to be for me. I'll tell you that there is nothing like that in this world. No amount of money can be put on believing in yourself, being confident, and allowing ourselves to do whatever it is. And it's hard sometimes because maybe if you're a single parent, or if you have some things going on, maybe you're dealing with some health problems, or maybe struggling financially, whatever your roadblock may be. It's hard sometimes to believe in ourselves when our life may have some things, some obstacles thrown in our way, either by other people, but also sometimes those obstacles that is in front of us come from within. And it's the self-doubting. And every single person does it. It doesn't matter where you come from, whether you had a very positive childhood or background, or whether you didn't. Everybody struggles from time to time with self-doubt. And that doubt is something that we need to check. You got to check that doubt, because the doubt leads to lowering our self-esteem. It also causes us to not use our talents and our gifts, which is a big no-no. Every single one of us, ladies and gentlemen, need to use our gifts. Everybody is given something that they're good at, and you need to believe in yourself enough to say, I'm good at this. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is my life's work, and I'm proud of myself. It's not being egotistical like a lot of people love to say. No, it's using our talents that I believe is God-given. Now, everybody is free to their own belief system, but I believe there's certain things that each one of us possess that we're good at. So don't doubt yourself and don't give in to fear. See, other people may, may project their fears and their insecurities onto us, right? But we can't let other people's insecurities become ours. I was raised that way. Certain things that maybe your mother, your father, your siblings, other people that you knew growing up, other people you encountered, we take little pieces of that with us. And if we're not careful, hi Natalie, how are you doing? Happy Sunday. We take pieces of everything that happens to us, and most of the time we hold on to those bad things, the things that people said about us, that we weren't enough and we can't do anything and we're stupid and we're ugly and we're this and we're that. What we need to do is to dismiss all of those negatives and put on a new thought process, shifting our mindset. And I know that it's not easy, because everything that I have been through in my life, I still have to remind myself that part of me is over. And it means sometimes talking to your inner child, speaking to that little girl inside of yourself, speaking to that little boy inside of yourself, and also reminding yourself of the things that you did overcome, and that I'm not the person that I used to be. I'm grateful that I'm not who I used to be. I'm not what other people want me to be. I'm me. And don't let other people, don't let situations, don't let your past, don't let your ex, don't let any mistakes that you have made in your life, any problems, any situations, don't let comparison, don't let any of it stop you from being your best self. Because each of us deserves to be our best self. Not the person that maybe other people want you to be, but no, being the person that you deserve to be, being the person that you were made to be, that you were designed to be, letting yourself be that woman, letting yourself be that man, and being unapologetic about it too. Not being scared. Not being scared to be different, not being scared to use your gifts. Don't embrace it. And that's a challenge sometimes, to embrace your differences. It can be different sometimes to stand out from the crowd and to be different and to be doing the right thing and using your gifts and being confident and all those things. Yes, it is difficult. Yes, it's going to be a struggle. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's all going to be worth it, because the more you believe in yourself, the more confident you're going to be, the happier you will be, the more peace that you will have. Yes, Shay, that's right. The more you believe in yourself, I'm telling you, is the more confident you will be, the more peace you will have. When I learned to start checking when I doubt myself because of what somebody may have said, or a look somebody may have given me, or a nasty comment, a backhanded compliment, something, or when you're judged or feel that you should do or be something, or someone telling you what you should do, trying to be controlling or manipulative. Don't let those things stop you from believing in yourself, especially when you have thought about something, you've meditated over it, you've been through some things, and you know the direction that you're supposed to be moving towards. Believe in yourself enough to be that woman or to be that man. See, there's nothing like being self-aware. It's nothing like it. Being aware of what I am meant to do. And I say that to everybody. Ladies, gentlemen, do what you are meant to do, not what your sister, auntie, mama, cousin, this person on social media. You got to have a firm and clear direction to your life. Because if you're always going to follow behind other people and try to be like other people, you have to have your own identity. What do you claim to be? What is your life's mission, your life's work? What are your values? And stand in that. Don't be ashamed of your values, of your beliefs. Don't be ashamed of your past and what you've been through that has brought you to be the woman or the man that you are today. I know it may sound strange to some, but I'm grateful for my past. I'm grateful for my pain. I'm grateful for my struggle. I'm grateful for the ones that hurt me, because it shaped me to be able to say, that is not what I deserve. This right here, This is what I deserve. And sometimes it takes people backstabbing you. It takes the judgmental people. It takes relationships not working out. It takes people that you thought were your friends to leave you for you to realize that I don't need them. I need me. I need my own relationship with me. I need to get centered and focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. And a lot of times we get ourselves aside from our life's work, our purpose, our own personal value, and we let other people get in our head and affect our mental health and make us feel this small because of maybe something you did or maybe because of what you said. We're all not perfect. There's not one person that we can look at and say that it is perfect and they're better than us. And there's not one person that is better than another. It's just some people have this idea, this notion in their head that they are superior than us. But you leave those people alone. You let them be themselves and you stay in your lane and you stay focused and mind your business. The more that I have been learning how to mind my own business, to focus on what I know I'm supposed to do. I know what is right. I know what my value is. I know what my worth is. I know what I'm good at. And if other people aren't supportive, aren't understanding, then you leave them alone. Oh, thank you so much, Shay. I appreciate it. Thank you, Marlene. I love your encouragement. I appreciate that. I'm definitely going to heart it. And thank you so much for your support, Shay. You know, more and more, the older that I'm getting, I wish when I was younger, I understood how important it was to believe in myself. See, but when you're younger, you're easily swayed by the entertainment world, by how you should look and what should be important and who you're friends with and who you're in a relationship with. You have to work on being confident within yourself and knowing who you are, what you want, having your own identity. That is so valuable. And I love that now that younger generations, younger people are really knowing who they are at a young age. And I'm so happy for them. But sometimes, we have to go through things to show the next generation that I walked through the fire so that you could learn things and you could grow and you could be introduced to confidence. And that's how the world goes around. One has to struggle for the other one to fly. And I know that if I hadn't been through things in my life, been run over, backstabbed, hurt, disappointed, crying, but why don't they like me? If I didn't have that inner struggle, if I didn't get those backstabbings, if I wasn't told certain things and judged, I wouldn't be able to be the strong woman that I am today. And I'm grateful for that. And I stand firm in it. I'm grateful that I went through those things. Now I can see. But in hindsight, I did not know that. I thought it was a terrible time in my life, but I didn't know those things were going to grow me, mature me, teach me confidence and courage and self-love and confidence and help me to grow in my faith, show me how to be a good friend to myself, because there's a lot of people who don't understand this part right here. You cannot be a good friend to others if you don't know how to be a good friend to yourself. Boy, that was a major life lesson in my life. If I had known that part, that you got to be a friend to yourself before you can be a friend to others. It doesn't matter how much you could be surrounded by all these people and you can feel so down and low. Until you learn how to be confident in yourself, until you say, I personally have value. See, that right there, believing in yourself is such a beautiful thing. Yes, Shay, right. The power of persuasion. It can be tempting, yes. And so much people, they want to tempt us to be like something else. Oh, you should dress a certain way. Oh, that how you're dressing is old fashioned. How you look, that, oh no, and you need to do this to get a man or to keep a man. You need to know what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, is be yourself. Don't try to be like something that you're not. Be real, stand firm in that, and the ones that are supposed to be around you will be, and the ones that aren't supposed to be around you, they'll fall off. But the thing about it, let them fall off. Don't doubt yourself. It doesn't make you a bad person because they've because they left, because they shouldn't. There's a lot of times where we are settling, right? We're settling and we're allowing people to do things to us because we have not set boundaries. And I can't say it enough. Boundaries are so important for us, ladies and gentlemen. Boundaries are important for us, and boundaries are important for other people. If you don't know what you want, other people are going to play us like puppets. You got to know what you want. You got to know what you like, and don't settle for less. Yes, it means you're going to have to drop off people. Yes, it means you may have to cry some tears. Yes, it may mean that, sister, auntie, mama, cousin, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife is going to leave you, going to betray you, are going to do things to you. But you know what? At the end of the day, what you always have is yourself. And I love that. That's something that I have learned recently. And being so wrapped up in so many other relationships that sometimes we forget about our own relationship with ourselves. I'm tripping. Why are you so wrapped up in them staying around with their toxicity when you forgot about loving yourself and peace of mind and using your gifts? And some people are obstacles in our way. They're obstacles, they're roadblocks, they're making your life challenging, they're affecting your mental health. All parts of your well-being. They're affecting your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, your financial. They're affecting you in every way that is not conducive to your elevation and your personal growth. So really, when people are leaving our life, we should be grateful and saying, I'm so thankful. Good. There's the door. See ya. We need to embrace that more instead of holding on to toxic people. And I know I've done it for such a long time, holding on to a relative, expecting for them to change, holding on to a romantic relationship. And like some people will say, oh, a piece of a man, or in, the opposite gender, a piece of a woman is better than none at all. I don't believe in that. If you don't have somebody who is elevating you, helping you, healing you, teaching you, empowering you, why are you holding on to them? Release them and let them go so that you can be restored. You can be elevated. You can be stronger instead of being drained. And I feel like I had to go through the fire. I feel like I threw myself in the fire. I let people run over me. I let it. I allow it. And a lot of times we don't like to say this, but we allow people to disrespect us. We allow people to ghost us. We allow people to treat us like garbage, and we keep taking it. And taking it. We let people run over our heart. We let people abuse us financially. We let people talk to us like a dog. Even on the job, we let people do all kinds of things for money, because of supposed titles. Listen, a title doesn't mean anything. It don't matter who it is. Sister, auntie, mama, cousin, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, this person, that person. It don't matter. What does a title matter if you are not getting respect? See, I had to learn to let go of titles. Okay, you're my sister. Okay, you're a supposed friend. Okay, you're my husband. Okay, okay, you're my wife. Okay, you're this. Okay, you're that. But how do they make you feel? How do they support you? How do they pour into you? And I had to learn this part with many, many tears, doubting myself, feeling some type of way that I can't make people fit into my life. I can't make people give me what I need to give myself. Oh man, that was a major lesson that I had to learn in these past months. I can't make somebody fill my voids. That's my job. That's my responsibility. If I got something that is missing out of my life, you can't take somebody from over here and put them in that place. No, you need to work and fix and, unearth all that pain. And you need to fix it and heal that pain. It doesn't matter how much people you have around you. It doesn't matter how much people say they love you. If you got some issues going on within yourself, you got to fix that. You got to fix your inner child. You got to heal the things that people said about you and give yourself a new narrative. What they said about me, that was a lie. When they did this and this, that really hurt me. But that doesn't mean I'm not a good person. That doesn't mean I don't deserve better. See, I had to learn to say that to myself. I had to learn how to be my own friend. I had to learn how to respect myself. I had to learn that boundaries were important. All of that. And if you don't set boundaries for yourself, if you don't have your values, this is what I believe in, and no matter what's going on the outside, no matter who likes it, I'm still going to do this. Okay? You guys can be over there doing what you want to, looking at me sideways, judging me, but this is what I'm going to do because at the end of the day, I know what's right. I know how to treat myself. I know what I deserve. Okay? And it takes some longer than others to learn that part. Friendship with yourself, boundaries, and believing in yourself, ladies and gentlemen. To be the leaders, to be the role models, to be the ones that are creating generational healing, not generational hurt. If we don't do better, we're going to add the same pain that our parents gave to us. We're going to give that same pain to the next generation and cause generational brokenness when we want to make generational healing. We want to show the next generation empowerment, confidence, healing. Now, I'm not going to take part in toxicity. Teach them how to have self-esteem. Show them maturity. Okay, I was wrong for that. You need to show, if you have children, you need to show your relatives. You need to heal and humble yourself. Part of me learning to love myself was being humble. I had to learn to humble myself and to say, just because I may not like something, just because something may not be difficult, I have to do the hard work today so that later on I'm not going to have things like regrets. I'm not going to have broken relationships. I'm not going to make somebody else have pain because of the bad choices that I made. That's some deep stuff right there. Right there. You got to think, how is the words that I say? How is my example? How is my behaviors affecting the people around me? You see how much people are affected by the way we live our life? So I just wanted to tap in today and to say, ladies, gentlemen, loved ones, Believe in yourself. And I mean more. I want you to believe in yourself more than you did yesterday, last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. However far you can go back, every day we need to be working on ourselves, and we're a work in progress. Everybody is different. Some days you're going to have those low days where your confidence will be low. You may not believe in yourself, but there's subtle things that we can do. We can speak affirmations over our life. We can have positive support system, positive friends, positive associates, because I'll tell you, no matter what anybody has to say, nobody can convince me otherwise that if you have good friends when you feel low, they're the ones that are going to say, "You're a wonderful person. I believe in you. I'm here for you if you need something." See, but when you have people in your life that are toxic and manipulative, they only care about themselves. If you say you're having a bad day, they start talking about themselves. You got to be very careful who you keep around you. Because if you got those toxic people, manipulative people, users and takers, when you are challenged, when your back is against the wall, when you're having days where your mental health is not in the best space, and you say something and they just try to subtract from you to make you feel like dirt on the ground. If you have people around you like that make you feel inferior, if you have people around you that never support you, they never say, "How can I help you? Hey, I was just calling or texting to let you know I care about you." If you don't have people that pour into you, that will build you up, people who will think about you, people who will be supportive, then you need to rethink and ask yourself, why do I have these people in my life? If you're not growing, that may be the reason. And I never wanted to admit that to myself before, that the reason why I wasn't growing is because I had toxic relationships. If you have a toxic spouse or significant other, if you have toxic friends or relatives, you cannot grow, because they're going to make everything about them. They're going to take everything that you have, that you'll never be able to have better in your life. You'll never be able to have peace. You're never going to be able to do anything with your life without their judgment and their negativity. So be careful, everybody. Be careful who you associate with. Be careful who you call your friend, because the main people that you are calling your friend is no friend. What it is, and y'all don't be mad at me when I say this, because it's a bitter pill to swallow. The people that you call your friend, they are not your friend. Actually, what it is you are their friend, but it's one-sided. And that hurts. It burns when we realize that I'm always there for them. But you got to think, when's the last time they were there for me? When was the last time they poured into me and encouraged me? Got to think about those things. You got to think. Are they really my friend, quote unquote? Do they really love me? Or am I a relationship of convenience? And once I stop doing the things that they want, then they're done with me. Then they're going to start talking about me, if they already haven't. See, sometimes they've already been doing all of the things. We just have closed our eyes to it. We've just ignored it, or we've been just so used to their toxicity that they do so much that you can't even pinpoint it anymore. See, this is when I want all of us to say, it's time for me to move on, not because I'm better than them, but because I can make better decisions, because I deserve better, because I I don't need to be treated this way. See, when you respect yourself, you believe in yourself, when you're confident, there's a lot of things that you stop taking. Don't take a garbage job. Don't take people's rudeness. Don't let people ghost you. Don't let people waste your time. And definitely don't let people lie to you. Okay? Don't do it. And you know when it's happening. You know it. But what will you do after you know what is happening? What will you do after? See, there's a lot of times like we'll lie to ourselves. Oh no, they love me, right? Oh, but that's my sister. That's my cousin. That's my mom. That's this person. That's that person. Okay. Okay. They're this person. But if somebody is not pouring into you, helping your mental health, if they're hurting you, your mental health, if they're stressing you out, if they make you feel like a dirt, if they never ask how you're doing, if they never want to help you, what can I do to help you? You got to leave those people alone. It's for your benefit. And that's some of the things that we do when we want to believe in ourselves more. So it's just a Sunday motivation that I wanted to give to all of my loved ones. I hope you all are having a wonderful summer and Sunday afternoon, evening, or Monday morning if you are my loved ones of the future that are already waking up now, and now it's about 6:24 in the morning, or whatever time zone I find you in. I hope that whenever this message reaches you, that it will be something that you can sit and think about and make some personal application. When you have some time and you can sit by yourself, I want you to think about the people that you have in your contact list. I want you to think about the people that you go around on a regular basis. And I want you to evaluate, are these my friends? Or is this just an associate? Because there's a major difference. You can know a lot of people, but that doesn't make them your friends. That doesn't mean they love you. That doesn't mean they care about you. You have to realize what is working and what is not. And there's a lot of relationships that have never worked. Okay? They've never worked. We just have been lying to ourselves and trying to make it work. Okay? So thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. And if you're watching in the replay, feel free to leave me a comment below. Yes, Shay says, yes, indeed, right. I appreciate this motivation. And thank you so much, Shay. And shout out to all of my mods. Shout out to the channel members. Feel free to subscribe to this channel if you're new. Hit the like and do all those YouTube things. Leave me a comment below because I love to hear everybody's comments. And I will tap back in. I'm thinking I'm going to tap back in on Wednesday over here. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And you know what I say over here on Love Marlene 411. Focus on the love that you have for yourself, because when you're happy, healthy, and healed, that love can trickle down to every single person that you encounter. See you on the next one, everybody. Bye-bye.